Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now the sort of fresh news out in the market. Fed Chairman Powell says no need for Fed to rush rate cuts given strong economy, right? So this is CPI numbers have stalled. What we are seeing though, this is like a real thing. The Fed are due to cut rates in on the 18th of December, 61%. Well, yesterday that was up around 81%, right? So his comments have been swallowed up by the market, and we are seeing that across the various financial instruments. The Fed's US Treasury yields are higher, right? That's going to drive equity indices down, and it's been driving Euro Sterling Aussie Kiwi down and the dollar up. You're not seeing that at the moment, just due to sort of the way the currencies were traced during the Asian session. So that's the key data and the driving force at the moment. The Fed sort of saying, you know what, we don't have to rush here. Now, I think they'll still go by 0.25, and so does the rest of the market at this point. But what this does for us, and you have to be aware of this, the change of rates here and what Powell has said makes the US numbers very active now. We get weaker numbers, that'll correct. We get stronger numbers, they're going to move to a potential hold in the at the December meeting. So just keep an eye on that. Now let's just have a look at the charts. It's one-way traffic, right? You get the dollar just cruising topside. All right, and classic prime time pro action. Hang in there, you see trader dudes. I know it's frustrating, but we'll have it with you shortly. And there's nothing changing here. Like, there's nothing to change it. So until something comes out that changes the dollar direction, I would be planning on looking at this trend and getting in. And believe me, it's never too late. Never too late to get into the trend. Because this could not, if you could be sitting there thinking, well, I've missed it. Yeah, well, that's true, but maybe this goes on for another couple of weeks. Who's to say? I can't see anything shifting in at the moment. So that's where we are, especially with the Fed going back to like, you know what, we might just stay on hold. Well, the rest of the central banks, well, not all of them are cutting, but it's a different scenario to a lot of them. And you're seeing very clear markets here, right? So just step up to the plate, look for opportunities. And this is where the economic data comes into play. It may give you that entry, right? And today we have a bunch of UK stuff, if I can just get that out. Manufacturing output. Now, to me, this is a really good number to be looking at. Obviously, the GDP estimate. You got the services data. I mean, there's loads here. It's like you think they would learn to just roll this stuff out one each day. It gives us an easy trading opportunity each day if there is any variance, because the situation is here with this data, right? The prelim GDP numbers, the estimates, the manufacturing output, okay, industrial production up here as well, services PMI or services data. It's like you've got to get all these things to line up. So I think it's a bit of a dog's breakfast. Maybe have a look at the numbers and see how it rolls back. The big trade here is we want weaker numbers, right? And why? Because that goes with the current trend, right? The trend is your friend. Weaker numbers here gives us a push down. If anything, if we got really strong numbers here, yeah, it might break above that, but it's still going back down, right? The trend is down. This data isn't like tier one data. You could argue the GDP numbers are, but they haven't really sort of come into play too much of late. And that's where we are, right? So there's not much to finish the week. Keep an eye on sterling. Sterling crosses. As I said, all this data comes out at once, so it's pretty hectic, right? And you can't do much about that. Just follow the markets. Keep an eye on the news. And these are like the Donald is doing a good thing at the moment. No disruptions. Just picking his team. Better doing their stuff. Everything looks like business as usual. All right, guys, have a good weekend. All the best. Cheerio.